Hey you guys, welcome to today's video. So today we're going to be tapping into Mr. DDG. I'm kind of going into this a little blindly, but this is going to be a general tap in. I have done one on Hallie. He did not come up in her reading, but if you still want to go ahead and watch that reading, you can go ahead and click on the top right hand corner. Everything said in today's reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I'm just purely reading off of the energy of the cards. Take what resonates, leave what does not. If I am not the reader for you, I thank you nonetheless for coming and checking out my content. Let's see what's going on with DDG. From his energy, he feels very on the go. Like he feels like somebody that cannot sit still for a very long time. Running, unbothered. Yeah, the word I was hearing for him is toxic. And bad karma. Bad reputation, force, or running, unbothered. So it feels like he may be a very toxic person, or at least have some toxic energy around him. When him and Hallie were together, were there like physical allegations against him? What I'm channeling is that he's somebody that could be someone that likes to gaslight people when you try to call him out on something. Is this more toward relationships or the people around him? His way of traveling. I heard the word work. So when he does his streams and he's out doing what he needs to do, there's something here about who he works with as well. And then at the bottom we have talking-ish, gossiping, spreading lies, smiling in your face. So he just feels like somebody that may just be toxic to be around, even in his working space or environment. I know that he's about to go on a music tour, I think. I saw some dates for something. It feels like there's a stain on his reputation among the streamers. Yeah, I don't know if there have been any incidents of him with streamers, but there's something about him having a stain on his reputation, him being toxic in his working environment. Someone that outwardly expresses his true feelings with this unbothered card, because he's going to just dust it off and just try again if it didn't work. Okay. This have to do with his work life. Why is this at the top of his energy? Cyberbully. That's interesting. Didn't we get the talking-ish card? And then now we have cyberbully that came out. So you're also saying he could just be like also mean to people too when it comes to streaming and streamers who he works with. Ego. I have never gotten like this type of energy off of somebody just at the top of a reading like this. But yeah, just he has probably an inflated ego, the way he acts because of that. But outwardly, you do not get the full DDG, but behind the scenes, he's just... people don't feel like dealing with him or like dealing with him. And those of you who watch him consistently, y'all let me know if you guys get the same thing. I don't watch him, so I don't know how. I'm just kind of shooting in the dark here about this. But if you get the same thing, let me know. Or just get anything different. But there's just something here about him having just a stain on his work life. Him being a streamer due to an inflated ego. He may be mean. I'm also hearing the word narcissist as well for him too. Okay. Ain't shit at the bottom. Like... I was not expecting to get this for him at all, honestly. I just remember when him and Hallie were together. But I remember them like on the red carpet together, and they had some court stuff dealing with their son, but I don't know the intricate details about what happened. But yeah, he doesn't seem like a very friendly person to deal with. I keep getting the same cards over and over again, so that's pretty much what Spirit has on him for his current energy. So I'm going to take this off and go straight into the tarot. What is the energy of DDG? Why is that at the top of this energy? Why is, you know, there's mythic cards. I wanted to know why he was getting those type of cards just at the top of the reading, back to back like that. And so we have 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 2 Page of Pentacles. The situation that happened with him and Hallie, as far as the alleged disagreements, like I said, there are physical allegations against him. But whatever this is, somebody came out wounded, had to persevere. But as far as him and Hallie, I feel like that kind of shone a light on how he truly is. It's like people knew how he was behind the scenes, or fellow streamers kind of got that energy off of him. But once things started becoming more public with him and Hallie, it's like that kind of shed some more light on who he truly was. Like people started to see him even a worse light, if you catch my drift. People related to his work life, 8 of Pentacles here. I feel like that's also contributed to the stain on his reputation as a streamer. And it feels like that has negatively impacted him and his money with the drama that happened with that. It's like even now, he does not like that he has to continue to defend himself behind arguments or past disagreements he's had. Things, like I said, the things that have allegedly put the stain on his reputation. It's like getting tired of fighting for what you have done in the past because he's trying to release these burdens on him. This 10 of Wands in reverse, because this caused a tower for him. Like it all came crumbling down. Things were good while they were good, but once they went bad, they went left. It feels like he wants a clean slate, and he wants to propel himself back up to where he once was. But like I said, I do not watch him, so I don't really know too much about the rise and the fall of DDG necessarily, but it feels like there was a shift that changed the trajectory of him as a streamer. And he's ready to just kind of move on from it, you know, kind of move past that. It's like there are some things that he wants to do moving forward, and that's why he wants to move past his past and what he has done that has contributed to where he is today, because there's some offers that he really wants to take. So this could be like brand deals, or he may want to work with some people or work in a different avenue. But it's like people are just looking at his track record and may not even be taking these offers, because I saw 4 of Cups somewhere in the deck that was nearby this. He may not be picking up what he's trying to put down in a sense, but it's like he just wants to not only work with certain brands or entities, but it feels like there are also streamers that he wants to collaborate with, or people he wants to collaborate with, but they're not willing to take the baits, and he's just kind of trying to push through these unrequited offers with the Strength card here at the bottom. And then the Hangman is like, they left him out to dry. You know, they're just trying to just left him hanging when he tried to make these offers, these collaborations, but it just feels like he's not able to collaborate with who or whom he wants to because of things that have happened in the past. Currently challenging him, as I said already, all this toxic energy that is on him, in him, around him, whatever the case may be, this toxic energy he's had related to his past relationship or relationships. Okay, like that's literally what his problem is right now. Get himself together in that regard and free himself from that toxic energy. Okay, it's like Spirit is saying like embedded in him. So this is something that is not new. Seeing like being a teenager, so in his youth, he could have been like that even as a teenager. When it comes to women specifically, he just has a toxicity around him. Toxicity having to do with women. Sorry, I'm trying to fix this. With women, Ace of Wands, that phallic symbol, and then 9 of Pentacles is usually abundance and money, but it's with women. I don't want to speak on somebody like parenting here. I just have to acknowledge the cards here because we have King of Pentacles here, and I don't know if he's an earth sign. If he's not, because this could be a father, it could be something he's also toxic in regard to as him being a parent, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Okay, at least challenging him as a parent, like wanting to do the right thing as a father, but he just with the ish, you know. Because this is a public reading I'm doing on my platform, but I did want to ask Spirit, like, what messages do you have for DDG to resolve this obstacle that he has toward him being toxic and all the things? And I got 9 of Wands. To clarify, we have 4 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups. So there's something here about he needs to release the toxicity when it comes to his dealings with relations or encounters he's having with other people, as well as the Empress, the mother of his child as well. So in order for him to essentially relieve himself of this devil energy here, this Capricorn energy, it's like he's just gonna have to, the toxic energy is just gonna die out in essence when it comes to relationships and who he's tying himself up with, because it is negatively impacting him. But I kind of want to get out of that specifically, just because I think I get a little too personal, and I don't want to do that since this is not a personal reading. So currently, what is the future for DDG? What is his energy as a streamer? What does go back to him as a streamer? What is his energy as a streamer? The Fool. 2 of Pentacles. So as far as him streaming, it's like he has to take leaps when it comes to streaming. I'm hearing like the word topics, whatever niche or what he wants to share on his public platform. It's like he's trying to figure out which way to go, which direction he wants to go in terms of, do I want to stream at this location? Do I want to showcase this? Like, what topics does he want to specifically focus on during his stream? I feel like he's may or may not be taking leaps when it comes to what he's streaming about. That is his energy right now as a streamer, like trying to navigate and juggle how he sees himself or what he's going to be doing on his channel. Okay, so it's challenging him as a streamer. The World. So we also have the Two of Pentacles here at the bottom again. And what's challenging him is it's like streaming may not be what he should be doing right now. He may need to just complete the cycle altogether. When I say complete, I mean maybe go on a whole different avenue or just may stop streaming how he has been doing it. Why? Yeah, we have King of Swords here. There's something else he needs to be doing or pursuing, or at least some type of different direction, because there's something on the horizon that he could be doing that could give him a new beginning with his Temperance card, which is an angelic card. But this King of Swords is like something else he could be doing. So that could be, I know he's doing music, so maybe he needs to put more energy into music or production or just going into something else. Does he have a podcast? This could be him just talking or doing interviews, or there's just a call for him to do something else aside from streaming that might be more beneficial for him. Because him as a streamer feels like that's not going to cut it for whatever spirit or the Most High has for him. But I don't know why I keep saying podcast. So maybe he'll be good on a podcast or doing something similar to a podcast. All right, Six of Cups. And then we have Five of Cups. Yeah, it's like he has some regrets about the past and things he's done in the past. The Queen of Wands, things he has done to this Queen of Wands. Isn't Hallie a fire sign? Like, I feel like she's an Aries when I read her. Let me double check that. But yeah, she is, in fact, an Aries. But yeah, he has some regrets about the past. The things that he has done to this Queen of Wands, Hallie. I guess we can pivot over to her before I close it out. So what is the current energy exchange between Hallie and DDG? King of Wands to the Empress. Okay, I'm going to look up his sign now since I looked up hers. Let me see. He is actually a Libra. So that's also why I'm feeling like he would be really good talking or interviewing or podcasting. He is an air sign, so that makes sense. King of Wands. I'm hearing the word like bossy. He can be viewed as somebody that's like tyrannical with this fire energy. And then the Empress, which is Hallie. Okay, what else? And then we have the Lovers. Ten of Swords here. There's still some like betrayal energy between the two of them. Like, I'm not getting that they still deal with one another behind closed doors, but if there was ever a chance for her to take him back or him to get her, if anything were to occur that would lead them back together, I feel like he would be on board for it. That's what it's feeling like to me. I'm also seeing Rihanna and Chris Brown, if you guys remember that situation, and then they got back together. And I think even after they got back together, Chris Brown was like, if she ever gave me the chance, I'll be back with her. That's what I'm getting energy of. And then we have the Chariot here. Yeah, this definitely feels karmic. And then we have Death at the bottom. So do I think they're ever going to get back together in this current energy? No, I do not think that. I think they're moving on with their lives. But I just feel like if there was ever a chance or opportunity presented for them to rekindle the relationship, or he would be on board at least. I'm not tapped into her energy specifically, but that's just what I feel like the exchange on his perspective is. But they are co-parenting. I feel that it's just, as far as a relationship goes, nada at this time. And I'm also seeing like text messages. So they're co-parenting, but he may slide a little, hey big head, what you doing, or how's my son? Like, I don't know, it just gets a little, the lines get a little blurred, but I don't think it's like full on, are we gonna get back together? I don't think it's that. It may just be like flirting on his side here and there, allegedly. So future for DDG. Future for DDG. Oh. Two of Wands to Six of Pentacles. So right now he's focused on his money and where that's going to come from, whether that be streaming, whether that be music. It's like he's trying to plan and put pieces together, be strategic on how he's going to be making money this year. King of Pentacles, yep, making money. Pentacles right now. Six of Pentacles still at the bottom. So yeah, how can he make money but also sustain it? I'm also hearing and seeing child support. I don't know if there has been public information about him paying child support, but if he's not paying child support, then he may just be trying to get his money together from a business perspective. All right. So we have Judgment, the Moon, and the Sun with Death at the bottom again. Is he talking to somebody new or dealing with someone new? So he may be talking to somebody. If not, then he is trusting his intuition at this time around things that have happened in the past and him trying to move forward in his future. Okay, but I want to clarify this moon and then we'll get out of here for real. Knight of Swords. So there may be some information about him, it being a relationship come out in the future, a relationship from the past, something dealing with the past may come out to be exposed, some type of secret messages. Maybe even as far back as when him and Hallie were together. Something about that may come up. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. But if it's not that, then it could be just him in a relationship with someone new. I know him and India had something going on, but it may be somebody else, if not her again. Yeah, something about a relationship, things coming forward, things that were in secret may be revealed. That's why I asked, is he, like, were there rumors of him dealing with someone as of recent? Anywho, we'll see what comes out of that. But that's all I have on DDG. Fill in the blanks if you can, since I don't follow him. But hope you all enjoyed it. I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.